Live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Healthy Living Live. I'm Chef AJ, and my guest today is Meg Donahue, the co-founder of Mama Sezz. Now, I'm a little concerned because I'm not seeing anybody here because usually there's a lot of people. So I will wait until somebody, it says 22 reactions. If you can see me and hear that, there we go. Thank you, PJ. Okay. I was like, I don't want to be talking to nobody. So we are live. And thank you so much for being here. So Meg is going to tell you who she is and all about this wonderful new company. I love this book, by the way. When you get everything, all the nutritional information, the photos. Basically, it's a whole food, plant-based food delivery service. We got our first order last Friday, and all we have left are 3 items: the marinara sauce, the sausage, and just a little bit left of the granola. And it's really cool. I can't flip this box, but you guys can see it comes. She's going to tell you all about how it comes, and you can send it back. But without further ado, I'm going to take myself off screen and welcome Meg to the show. And she's going to tell you all about this wonderful company, how it started, and why you might want to consider it in your life, especially if you're a busy person. So take it away, Meg.
Oh, thank you, Chef AJ. It is really a pleasure to be here. You're, of course, one of our heroes, and have been doing this longer than us, but I think we came pretty much with similar motivations. There was a crisis in our life that got us to say, hey, we need to do something differently. Mine was personal. It was my mom, who at 80 had heart disease, and she was very, very severe congestive heart failure, kidneys failing, and she was at one of the top hospitals in New England, and they had said, we can't do anything more for you, and go home, get your affairs in order. Basically released her to what is hospice care. And so I went home, and we're a big old Irish Catholic never say die family, and we just said somebody has to have survived this, and if there is, let's see if we can find them. So thank goodness for Google. And we found Dr. Esselstyn's work and Dr. T. Colin Campbell's work, and we followed their diet to a T. I mean, I was a sodium Nazi. We just stripped that from her diet, whole food, plant-based, period. And it was new to me. So I had to wrap my head around, what does this even mean? So it was a very rapid education, but we just jumped in 100%, my family. And we brought my mom home to live with me. She was too sick to live alone, clearly, and could barely walk, and started feeding her these little tiny, bird-sized meals. And after about 3 months, she, still had a lot of trips to the emergency room. There were a lot of calls to the family. We think this is it. And I have a lot of siblings, and would all pour in. But she hung in there. And after a year, she started being able to walk around her apartment, walk up and down the driveway. And we said, something is happening here. Her heart function started to improve. And, this is really significant, because this wasn't somebody in their 50s. This was somebody at the end stage of heart disease, later stage in life, who reversed it. And it really got our attention. And I'm super happy to say that she is, this was when she was 80. She's going to be 88 in a month and a half. She swims 4 times a week. She drives. We take ukulele lessons together. She is as vibrant now as she was in her 50s. And it really woke us up. And we said, the only problem is this is a little hard to do. And we had a very strong background in food production. Our co-founder and CEO had a large organic bakery, one of the first in the country. And so we knew how to do food, and we knew how to deliver it. And we said, let's make this specific type of food. Because there's a lot of vegan food out there that's just kind of junk. And it'll be as bad for you as bad, meat and dairy food. And we said, let's make it authentic. Let's stick to these principles and see if we can get this food fresh to people in a way, flavor profiles that they're accustomed to, because, we didn't want weird food or to feel like you're going way out of the norm just to eat. So we brought chefs together, we got a plant together, and we put about a year into R&D. Most of our work was in making sure that our food was beautiful, clean, that the food was, fit all the taste profiles and and hit the mark. And so that's what we did. And our company's named Mama Sezz. It's from do like your mama says, eat your food, go outside and play. And just to keep it simple, we really wanted to demystify because it's so complicated. And and I love your books, how complicated people can make it, with have only this much of this and this much of that. And it's very confusing. I mean, I was confused and we have high, master's degrees and things, and I'm confused. And you shouldn't have to have a degree in nutrition just to eat dinner. How can we simplify it and just get great food to people so that they can heal? And that's our company mission, to heal people and the planet one meal at a time. Nice, terrific. Are we going to get to meet your mama? Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, I have her right here. Yeah. So she's here. This is Millie. Hi. Oh, she's adorable. She is awesome. I said, Mom, they're going to think we're sisters. And, she's a rock star. And she can tell you, too, her side of the story. There's more I want to talk about of what it's been like to have her in our life, because it really speaks to one of your 7 C's of success that I really love. But I'll let Mom tell her story. Yeah, please tell your story. And especially I'm inspired by your story because you made this change much later in life.
Yes, I did. I was so blessed to have the opportunity to make that change. When I arrived with Meg, I really, AJ, could not walk 5 feet without being completely exhausted. And with the care that I got and food that I got to eat, it just made such a tremendous change in my life. My heart has improved a great deal. Meg can go on. When we go to Dartmouth, we go to Dartmouth Hitchcock, which is a great hospital here in New England. And the last visit, Mom was in there a little bit longer, and I started to get worried. And she comes out, and she's almost jogging, and she said, they kept asking me questions. What are you doing? Because her heart function is so good. And it's at the low end of normal, from under 10% to the low end of normal, which is, it's astounding. It's incredible. Well, Cheryl is saying, look how beautiful her mother is, how vibrant she looks. Look at her skin. Oh, thank you so much. Whole food plant-based. I appreciate that. But I was really so lucky to have the opportunity to be here with Meg. It really made a tremendous difference. My husband had passed on, and I was in sort of a real low place in my life. And Meg fixed over a lovely place for me. And I just can't tell you what a difference it makes in my life. I get up every morning, I feel tremendous. I don't have an acre of pain in my body. And one of the things I asked Meg, do you think I could say this to her? All my entire life, since I can remember, I have leaned on X-Lax. And I have to say that problem is solved. It's just a tremendous feeling to know that all of these things, and I feel so good, AJ. I just can't tell you, to get up and feel like I want to live and do things and play cards with my friends and go swimming. And my son took me to Europe, and it's just a tremendous life I feel now. Wow. Well, Peggy says, what a beautiful lady. And I'll tell you, if you feel half as good as you look, that's amazing. But I bet, Millie, you've probably outlived all your friends. Thank you very much. That's kind of you. Well, she's so social. She has, I think, more friends. She moved here I live in Vermont, and she lived in Maine at the time. But when she was sick, we brought her home and renovated an apartment and on our property. So she lives here with us. And one of the things that you talk about in your 7 C's of success, which I love, is community. And the thing that has helped us is we've grown as a group, learning this, as a family together, and we support each other in it. And, Mom eats this way, and it wasn't, you were so sick, you didn't really have a choice. No. I was feeding her. So your taste buds changed before you even kind of knew. But then you didn't resist, and that was it. You were compliant. The food is terrific. I really look forward to it. Meg, fortunately, gives me dinner. Yeah, absolutely. Well, we have people watching that apparently have tasted your food, because Tammy Beth is saying she loves Mama Sezz.
And Misty is saying she loves loves the dishes from Mama Sezz. Eileen is saying loves the dishes. Can't wait for the low no sodium line. Patricia has a question. Okay, because you're going to talk about this. Do they add salt, oil, and sugar? Well, I can tell you, oil and sugar, absolutely not.
Right, right. And we do not add oil and sugar. We have some sodium, low. But what we're going to be doing is we're coming out with a no sodium line because we realize it's important. It's coming out in September. It'll probably be late September when we launch. It'll be Chef AJ approved because I'm running it through you.
Absolutely.
This is the real deal. And we are all about, we didn't get in, we had a company, we sold a very large company. We didn't get in this to, make a ton of money. That wasn't our primary thing. We really realized I'm 56 and this second half or 2/3 of my life to go. What do I want to do and how do I want to leave this world? And let's be the most authentic. Let's do the research. And we've aligned ourselves with the top doctors in the field, with the medical institutions that are doing really great research, with chefs that are doing really incredible work like Chef AJ. And we said that's what we want to do in it. We know that no sodium is important. It certainly saved my mom's life, and it took us a little while to develop the profile that we thought would be wonderful for folks, and so we have that coming in September.
Well, the thing is, guys, even with the small amount of salt they added is still within the recommended allowance of there's never more than 1 milligram of sodium per calorie in any of their foods. And even though we eat SOS free, my husband said that nothing tasted so salty that he couldn't eat it. And as luck would have it, we had like a friend over the weekend that this came. And even though he's vegan, he's not healthy and he loved everything. So that was great that an unhealthy vegan loved it. A healthy vegan loved it. Peggy is saying this will be great for her daughter when she returns to college. Absolutely. Misty says she loves your cheese sauce. Eileen loves the lazy lasagna. Charles loved that too. And yeah.
Oh, that is great. And college.
So I posted that they could have a 10% discount by using Chef AJ code because some people aren't needing to go completely zero sodium and they can order now. So tell us a little bit about how it works and what they get and how they order and when it's delivered and about that special box.
Absolutely. So what you do is you just go online and we separate.
Mom doesn't have to leave. People love her. Come back. We love looking at you. You're so beautiful.
And she really is. She's the Millie of Millie's Chili. This is.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Millie's Chili, and this is Mom. And
Charles loved that too. Yeah, we had Millie's Chili, and what else we had? We had a quinoa dish, a dal, and a bunch of stuff.
Veggie loaf. You can see some of our new packaging. Veggie loaf coming out. But so what you do is we separate it out into bundles. You can buy a la carte. So we have all of our products there. You can buy a la carte, or you can do the bundles. And we just did that, basically curating it for folks so that it will be easier. And it's a bigger discount if you buy a bundle, like a Healthy Heart bundle is a very low sodium or no sodium bundle. We have a family bundle, a Get Me Started. And so we just curate the foods that will go in there. So you just go online and you order. Our bundles, our average cost is about $107 for a bundle of food, and that's about 21 servings.
That's really good, and it's certainly a lot better than eating at restaurants, that's for sure.
It is, and it lasts, and this is cool too, it lasts for 2 weeks in your fridge fresh, and that's because of the way that we prepare it. Our kitchen is like a surgical suite. It is so clean, and also our packaging procedures so that it stays fresh, and so you can keep it in your fridge. You don't have to freeze it. You can. It will last for 3 months frozen, but you can.
Incredible.
And
hey, Millie, what's your favorite of all the? So because people want to look like Millie. So Millie, what's your favorite thing to order so we know what to get?
Thank you very much. I like the veggie loaf very much.
Nice.
All of them. I mean, really do. I must say, I'm just so happy that I don't have to cook. After having 5 children, it's a miracle. So,
wow.
And I just love every meal that she has. I really do. But I do like the veggie loaf.
That's great. I wish I could get you out to Vegas this weekend to give a testimonial at my conference because people would just love you. And are the plant-based doctors aware of your business and your mom? Because I mean, I'll certainly tell everyone. But this is, this already fits with many of the styles like McDougall or Forks Over Knives or Engine 2.
And we talked with, Dr. Esselstyn as a friend, and he became a friend basically because I wrote to him. I had read his book. I just wrote to him and thanked him because I have such deep gratitude for what he has done in his career, and it really saved my mom's life, and it changed my health. I've been a competitive athlete most of my life, and I in my 50s started to get arthritis, and was having trouble getting up in the morning. My hips would feel a little stiff, and I had the beginnings of macular degeneration, and that's gone. And so I'm just blown away by how great I feel, what's happened to Mom, and Dr. Esselstyn was really a part of that. So we've, Dr. Ron Weiss, a lot of the folks I reached out to very early on because I wanted to get what is the science and what do we need to do? What kind of food do we need to make so we can condense all of what they've done and make it easy to package it into food that it looks yummy, tastes yummy, and people are familiar with.
Great. Misty says she learned about you from Ian, the plant-based cyclist. And Diane wants to know if it can be frozen in the original packaging, like right when you get it. Can you freeze it right away?
Yes, you can just take it in the packaging and freeze it. The packaging trays can be put in the oven or in the microwave. So, if you froze it, thaw it, and then put it in the oven or microwave. And then for the stacks that we have, like the chili, you can freeze it right in this. These are freezable, and you can then take it out of the packaging to heat it up. So you would heat it in a pot or a bowl. But this is resealable, so you can use it. You don't have to eat all of it at once.
This is so cool because I have so many clients. They're usually male that they want to do this, but they default to the fast food. They just won't cook. This is going to be perfect. And Cheryl was saying about traveling. This actually would be a very cool thing. Now she asks if you can devise a single vacuum packed version of the SOS free products that we can take with us to restaurants or while traveling. But I think this is a great idea. Like if you travel, to have it sent to where you're going.
Exactly. And we do single, we have a single serve. So for like a lunch bundle, if you just want one serving. And so we do that, and you can take it traveling. We've had folks say they're going to ship it to their Airbnb or their VRBO if they're staying for a week or so. So the food will be there and they don't have to worry about it. And that's really how we wanted to be. We're strong proponents of people learning how to cook this way themselves. We do a lot on recipes. We just wanted to be for those days when you just can't even, either you're harried or rushed or you're traveling or, you're studying or whatever, you're working too much, where you have a meal, in your fridge is going to be healthy, satisfying, and you're not going to reach for something quick and easy that, might derail otherwise healthy nutrition.
Absolutely. Misty wants to know if you have more new dishes coming into your line.
We do. I don't know if you've seen our new sausages, but we have a new sausage coming on a veggie sausage. It's just, I love that. It's really good. And you can put it in the marinara sauce.
Is this it?
That's it. And you can see that's our first iteration packaging for all products we test. And what we do is we send them out to all of our customers. If you're a customer, you get all of our free products that we're trying. We send it and we just get feedback. And if people love it, we put it up there. So we try to do one or two new items a month. We're not new items every week. We really want to be that staple, the equivalent of maybe your mac and cheese, you're eating that way. It's like you always had that in your pantry. And we just want Mama Sezz to be that staple that you have in your fridge or in your freezer. So whenever you need it, it's there.
That's so cool. Sharon says from Baltimore, that's how I found out about you was from Sharon McCrae. We love her meals, and people I've introduced it to are loving it too. And Diane says that she's alone cooking for one, which is hard. She says this will be a great thing to have when she doesn't want to cook. So get on the website. I've been posting it the whole time. Mama Sezz, 2z's.com, 10% off with code Chef AJ. And so Millie, when can we expect your book?
We should do a book. You're right.
Yeah. I'll ponder that a little bit.
I'm going to push you to do that.
Or if writing isn't your thing, how about a YouTube channel? Because you're darling. That's why I didn't want you to leave. People just think you're pretty and pink, and you are the inspiration for the company after all.
Absolutely.
I'm just so blessed. I just really can't tell you how good I feel. I get up without an ache or a pain and just think, what fun thing am I going to do today? And the people I've met here have been just so precious. And and my life is just on a roll. I really think
Maybe you could like just start on the circuit, start speaking, maybe start at, Rotary clubs, that kind of thing, maybe even retirement homes.
I do have a story to tell. It really is.
You do, and it needs to be told because people give up. People think that their problems are the vagaries of old age, that it's genetic, and you've proven it's not, that it's lifestyle, it's behavior. So I think there's a story to be told, as you said.
Definitely.
Yeah. So Susanna is saying this will be good for truck drivers too. This would be great. And Teresa wants to know if you ship anywhere or anywhere in the U.S.
Yes, we ship everywhere in the U.S. It's more expensive to ship to the West Coast, but that is soon going to be changing, and we might even put a special in for Chef AJ folks to discount that. So, but we ship everywhere. It's free. Most places from Ohio over, and $19.95 in other places, and a few like Alaska and Hawaii, way more expensive.
Yeah, that's so cool. Maybe you could open up another plant here on the West Coast so that.
The plan will be for next year is looking to open a plant closer to the West Coast. That's what we did in our organic commercial bakery that we had, and so that's how we'll be doing it.
That is such a great do. So Cheryl says she's happy to hear that you have single portion options, because for my husband, he said they were a little bit too much for one, but I mean, he was able to eat almost all of whatever it was,
Good.
But he's a big guy. So, he's a tall guy. He's not really a big guy. So that is so cool. So, people have joined late and they're asking a lot of questions that if they would just watch this again, which they can as soon as it's over on YouTube or Facebook, they would have the answer. But it is whole food plant-based. It's completely oil-free. And how low fat are your dishes, or some of them higher in fat than others?
There are some dishes with nuts which add a little bit more fat, but we keep it low fat, and we tried, not to. We really wanted folks. We were initially focused on heart disease, and so which with Dr. Esselstyn, there are no nuts. So we have a whole line that has no nuts, and then we have some with nuts that are a little higher in fat. But compared to, the SAD diet, it's so much lower, and so it's pretty low fat consistently. Matter of fact, one of the things Mom said, and this is, I don't know, maybe 8 months, not too long into it, she said, "Can you believe how much weight I've lost?" And I said, "Mom, but you didn't die. That's what we're focused on. But, you lose weight because, our plant manager, we call him Big Dave, and he worked for me for years prior to this. And he was a big guy. And I said, "Dave, come work with me." And he said, "Okay, but I got to try this thing." And Dave's like the guy who, hunter, regular, Vermonter guy. He went whole food plant-based, 100%. He lost 35 pounds in the first month. He went on to lose almost a total of 80 pounds. He is now running. His goal was to have 6-pack abs by the time he's 50. He's hit it. And this is the other big thing, is he had lifelong epilepsy. And we always say, do everything with your doctor, because we're not anti-medicine. Thank goodness for medicine, a lot of us wouldn't be here. And so Dave said, "I have epilepsy. I want to go off my medication." He went through it with his doctor, and he's off his lifelong, since he was 13, he was on epilepsy medication with huge seizures. And he's off his medication, and his seizures are gone. And, maybe that's duplicatable. I don't know. It's, it could be case by case, but it is so powerful what can happen when you just begin to eat real food. I mean, I feel
Absolutely.
You have to sell that, but that's the truth. It's real food in its naturalist state as you can get it without adding junk.
Well, food is medicine. Misty says she loves when you have your holiday dishes offered, makes the holidays so much easier.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah, apparently people knew about you. If it wasn't for Sharon, I don't know if I would have known about you.
I would have tracked you down. You were on my radar.
Oh, good. Well, maybe next year you guys can actually come to the Live Ultimate Weight Loss Conference, and then we can sample your food and sign people up,
I would love that.
When you get the SOS free, for sure. And then, there's the people that go to True North where they have to be SOS free. There's no reason they can't start recommending you. So that would be amazing.
It makes sense, because one of the things that we know and we see with our customers, and we try and make it a community because we know it's hard to do alone, is that it is difficult when everyone around you, maybe not even just in your own family, but in life, is not doing what you're doing. And, temptation is there, and change can be difficult. And so we just try and make it as easy as possible for people to stay on track and live their best life.
Well, Misty says she loves the transformation stories you share in your emails.
Terrific.
Yep.
Terrific.
So Sarah says, I looked at the website the other day and I was thinking about using this to give me time to get to the gym in lieu of cooking and be able to stay whole food, plant-based compliant. Absolutely. I think it's a great idea, and its time has come. Now, Sharon says, your mom is so beautiful and she looks so healthy. This story reminds me so much of my dad's. So Millie, are you single? Because Sharon's father also has a disease reversal story, and he's in Baltimore. How far is she from Baltimore, Sharon? Maybe we can hook him up,
There's always Skype.
Yep, absolutely. Well, this is terrific. I mean, I don't have any more questions. If you guys online have some questions, type them in, or if there's anything else you want to say about your company. Oh, tell us about the box. It's really heavy. I held it up, but tell us how that works, because I thought that was really cool.
Sure. When we started the company, we researched a lot of others, and we realized we had all of this trash that was developing in our garage. There was boxes and liners and ice things. And we said, we can't contribute to this. You can't heal people and wreck the planet. And so we built into our model, our financial model, that we will pay for folks to ship the box back to us. If they don't want to, you can recycle, everything's recyclable. But if you don't want to do it, ship it back to us, and we recycle and reuse what we can, so that we're not adding to a problem. And our next iteration box, we're in the process of working on it. It's very exciting. Is going to be made out of plastic that's pulled from the ocean. So it's an ocean plastic box, so that we can incentivize people to clean up the oceans. We make boxes out of it, and then we ship them out to our customers, and they ship them back, and we just can use them.
Well, that's very cool. Maybe you can make an edible box, and then there would be no waste at all.
Right.
Hey, so Millie, now that you have this food delivery service that's in your own backyard and named after you, do you cook anymore, Millie?
No, and I never was a good cook.
Oh.
I'll have to tell you a quick joke. And I had 5 children, and they were all visiting one day. And I had friends over, and I mentioned the fact that I'm not a really good cook. Now, one of my children stood up for me and said, "Oh, I remember Mama's bread," or "I remember." No, they were all silent. So that was the message.
Oh, that's hilarious. So the other 4 children, now that they've seen your, a transformation, have they jumped on the plant wagon too?
They have. Yes. Yeah, they really love it.
It's true. My sister had chronic high blood pressure, but she did not look like it. I mean, she's an athlete, and she looked like the picture of health. But her blood pressure was stroke level. And I said, come on, just try it. And she started, and her blood pressure normalized, and her husband, who had significant heart issues, he also, was, well, I don't know, I like my steak. And then he started eating this way. His heart condition got better, and they have just taken off. My other brother, one brother was pretty much like this for the last 30 years anyway, so it wasn't a big stretch. And then another brother who had heart disease, who really, his eyes opened up to it. And so, he hasn't moved 100%, but he is 80. And it's just, and that's what we say. We try and get people to move as much as they can, have compassion for where they're at. But if you have a serious health issue, jump all in.
Absolutely. Like Dr. Esselstyn says, your warranty period is up. And Millie's warranty period was up, but apparently it's been extended.
I think it's been extended.
When's your next birthday, Millie?
The 29th of October.
And how old will you be?
88.
Wow. That's amazing.
I know. I just.
You're a Scorpio. Sharon, she's a Scorpio. Your dad's a Leo. I'm not sure that's going to work, just so you know. I'm just kidding. Just so you know, yeah. So that is terrific. Well, do you have any, you've answered all my questions. I encourage you guys, at least try it one time. I mean, the food is delicious. It's beautifully packaged. It lasts a long time. It's eco-friendly, the packaging, and what do you got to lose? 10% off with Chef AJ. If you're looking for the exclusive sodium-free line, that'll come out any day now.
It's coming out, and we'll let you know. And it is affordable. That's the other thing we said, is we can't have eating well be out of the norm as far as, and when we started shopping this way, we were like, shoot, you spend so much money at your co-op and so much time, and people just it seems like too much. I mean, eventually you shift and you get it, but what if we can make it super affordable? So our meals per serving are about $5 per serving.
Oh, most people spend more than that on a coffee.
Exactly. And so and all of our meals too, a cool thing about it is we wanted them to be versatile. So you can make, like with our veggie loaf, here's the veggie loaf. It's a big veggie loaf. You can make veggie burgers. You can make meatballs. You can pan sear it. So everything has a lot of ways that you can make it. So if you don't want to cook, you don't have to. But if you want to cook, we offer recipes on how to cook with this food, and just to make it as easy to integrate into your life as possible.
Well, that sounds great. That sounds absolutely fantastic. Eileen, who's watching, has the same birthday as Millie, so you guys can celebrate together depending on where you live. Heather says you are gorgeous lady at any age. Yeah, like mother, like daughter, you guys. Oh, Misty says she loves how easy it is to send the packaging back for recycling and paid shipping already from the company. Lisa wants to see the Millie Road Show. Yeah, Millie, you're really popular with my viewers, so I think it's time to, get a YouTube channel.
I think she did. Channel, I think so.
Possibility.
Well, guys, let's I'm a kind of person that I put my money where my mouth is, and I like to support people that are plant-based and plant-based businesses. I go to a plant-based hairdresser. I mean, the one exception is my veterinarian. I've gone to him for 30 years. He's taken my class. I can't get him to be plant-based. So even if you're somebody that doesn't have the need right now for a food delivery service, share this with everyone you know. Share this broadcast in real time or in the replay with your groups and with your friends, because this could help some people that are, especially the ones that are struggling, because the food is delicious, it's convenient, it's affordable, it's eco-friendly. What more could you want from your meals?
Thank you.
Oh, so Sarah has a question. Since I have not done this yet, how do you know what is coming each week? You order it, right? It's not like a surprise.
It's not a surprise, although we do have a surprise me bundle. If you want to be surprised, we can do that. But you get to pick exactly what you want, and it will come. And it's not, you can sign up for a subscription, but you don't have to. So because we didn't like being in a subscription ourselves, where you get food and it's a hassle to cancel and then you waste food. So we just really wanted to make it, if you want to, you can pick your subscription level once a week, twice a month, or however you want to do it, or not at all. Just order once and we'll send it to you. And
nice. Does it come a certain day of the week?
It does. It will come on a Thursday or a Friday.
Good.
Everything's within 2 days because it's fresh, and we want to keep it at a right temperature.
And you're shipping it in. I wasn't here, to be honest, when the box arrived. I was out of town, but everything was perfect. But did it come in ice packs, dry ice? I don't know.
We have ice packs that are recyclable, so you can recycle them or just send them back to us and we'll do it. And a liner, an eco-friendly, it's a cotton liner. And so it keeps it at the right temperature, no matter what it is in the United States for 2 days.
Nice. How long have you guys been doing this?
We launched, they had a soft launch in 2017, but we had done a lot of research up until then, and wanted to get the right, food combinations, because you can do a lot with food combinations that actually help it work as a preservative. And so we knew we wanted a long shelf life, so people didn't feel rushed to eat this food, and didn't have to freeze it. And so we worked a lot on that. We worked with a lab, and we worked with a lot of chefs from all over the country. I wish I'd run into you at that time, but I'm glad I met you now. And so just the profiles, and so and then we built out the plant, and so we set the groundwork.
I keep trying to say goodbye, and then we keep getting more questions. So Misty wants to know: Are you planning on more plant-based treats? I think everything they do is plant-based. So, and just the fact that you don't have to cook it is a treat.
We do. Right now, probably the biggest treat we have is our granola, but we're coming out with, and we know that we want to have a few more breakfast items. We're doing a plant-based pancakes that'll be coming out, and we're going to be starting to do a plant-based treat. So just for those, when you have a cup of tea and you want to feel like, oh, I want something maybe a little sweeter, but it'll all be, no processed sugar or anything like that, and delicious. So we will have some. Yeah.
Eileen says she loves the emails that give you a free entree if you order. Is that true?
That is true. We do have some of those. Usually, if we have a new product, we will send out an email to folks too and say, if you order, you get to try this. And then in some other promotions we've done, we do a free entree on top of that as well, which is great because it's, the entrees are $16 value. So
wow. So I don't quite understand this question from Sarah, but I'll read what it says. So the items on there, if you order today, then the pictures are what would come next week. That is what I was wondering. I'm not sure what that means.
Yes. So the pictures that you see, like if you are looking at the lazy lasagna or the mac attack or the veggie loaf, that is exactly what you would get.
Wow, cool. Well, Misty apparently is a customer because she says she loves getting my box on Thursdays, perfect for dinner already served, puts the leftovers right into the freezer, tastes perfect after defrosting. So Misty, why didn't you tell me about this? Hello. JC says maybe they can do a Chef AJ series. Well, that's what I'm hoping. Hey, Millie, is there anything that's not yet in the line that you wish your daughter would have would add to the line? Maybe something you missed that would be a great thing to add to?
Cookie.
She wants a cookie.
Okay, well, I got one. I'm gonna send you the recipe for my best cookie. It's a coconut pecan shortbread cookie, and I'm gonna send. It's in my dessert cookbook. That's an ebook, but that would be amazing. And well, I dehydrate it, and by dehydrating it, it lasts forever.
Dehydrate it?
Yeah, I use it.
We dehydrate our granola.
Yeah, well, I do too. I have a really good granola. I'm going to send you some recipes that I think you would love. And then, you could just use my name. I mean, you don't have to pay me. Just say Chef AJ's this, Chef AJ's that. I just like my name out there,
We spread the love. Yeah.
Absolutely. So yes, Patricia, they are doing the SOS free menu. Remember, it's already SO free. There's no refined sugar and there's no oil. And a lot of it most of it has no nuts. And when there are nuts, it's low fat. And it's already very, very low sodium, very little added salt, less than 1 milligram per calorie. And it should be in September when it's, SOS free. So, and Misty wants cookies. So I'm going to give you a recipe when we get offline. Well, Millie, I'm so glad you joined us and I'm so glad you stayed. I really think, I think there should be a picture of Millie on the food because, eat this food and don't drop dead,
That's our tagline.
Absolutely. Why not? Well, you guys are you guys Italian?
We're a little bit of a mixed bag. We Ancestry.com and come to find out we have Irish, but we've got Italian and some Middle Eastern and some Greek.
Nice. I was just wondering because Mama Sezz. It just sounds like Mama Sezz. So you guys are delightful. People are saying this was great. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for being here. You stay on after I say goodbye to the audience. I want to talk to you guys for a second. And I want to thank all you guys for watching another episode of Healthy Living Live. Please go to mamasezz.com and check out their wonderful website. Share this broadcast with your friends and consider placing an order. As Kelly says, it's an awesome company with delicious food. And I concur. This is Chef AJ. I make healthy taste delicious, but Mama Sezz makes it easy, convenient, affordable, and eco-friendly. Take care, everyone.